global context. As I read these out loud, highlight important key words to you on your paper. Identities and relationships, who we are, an inquiry into the nature of the self, beliefs and values, personal, physical, mental, social, and spiritual health, human relationships including families, friends, communities, and cultures, rights and responsibilities, what it means to be a human. Orientation in space and time, where we are in place and time, an inquiry into orientation in place and time, personal histories, homes and journeys, the discoveries, explorations, and migrations of humankind, the relationships between and the interconnectedness of individuals and civilizations, from local and global perspectives. Personal and cultural expression, how we express ourselves, an inquiry into the ways in which we discover and express ideas, feelings, nature, culture, beliefs and values, the ways in which we reflect on, extend and enjoy our creativity, our appreciation of the aesthetic. Scientific and technical innovation, how the world works, an inquiry into the natural world and its laws, the interaction between the natural world, physical and biological, and human societies, how humans use their understanding of scientific principles, the impacts of scientific and technical advances on society and on the environment. Globalization and sustainability, how we organize ourselves, an inquiry into the interconnectedness of human-made systems and communities, the structure and function of organizations, societal decision-making, economic activities and their impact on humankind and the environment. And finally, fairness and development, sharing the planet, an inquiry into rights and responsibilities in the struggle to share finite resources with other people and with other living things, communities and the relationships within and between them, access to equal opportunities, peace, and conflict resolution. How can a specific context give greater purpose to my project? Identity and relationships. This is the one where you're thinking of who am I? What makes you different from others? Who are we? What do you share with others? An inquiry into identity and relationships explores the following areas: identity, beliefs and values, personal health, physical health, mental health, social health, spiritual health, human relationships including families, friends, communities, and cultures, and what it means to be human. For orientation in space and time, you're thinking of how can understanding the when and where of events help you to understand the world in which you live today. An inquiry into orientation in space and time explores the following areas: personal histories, homes and journeys, turning points in humankind, explorations and migrations of humankind, discoveries, the relationships between and the interconnectedness of individuals and civilizations from personal, local, and global perspectives. For personal and cultural expression, you want to think, what does it mean to be creative? What are some ways you can express yourself, your culture, your ideas and beliefs? An inquiry into personal and cultural expression explores the following areas: the ways in which we discover and express ideas, feelings, nature, culture, beliefs, and values, the ways in which we reflect on, extend, and enjoy our creativity, our appreciation of the aesthetics, which is beauty. Scientific and technical innovation. What impact does the natural world have on you? And what impact do you have on the natural world? An inquiry into scientific and technical innovation explores the following areas: the natural world and its laws, the interaction between people and the natural world, how humans use their understanding of scientific principles, the impact of scientific and technical advances of communities and environments, the impact of environments on human activity, and how humans adapt environments to their needs. Globalization and sustainability. How are people connected? And how does this impact me? How can our way of life and the systems we have in place last long term? An inquiry into globalization and sustainability explores the following areas: the interconnectedness of human-made systems and communities, the relationship between local and global processes, how local experiences mediate the global, reflect on the opportunities and tensions provided by world interconnectedness, the impact of decision-making on humankind and the environment. Fairness and development. What is conflict? How does it relate to fairness and sustainability? What is peace? How does that relate to fairness and sustainability? An inquiry into fairness and development explores the following areas: rights and responsibilities, the relationship between communities, sharing finite resources with other people and with other living things, access to equal opportunities, peace and conflict resolution. Here are some samples of how you are going to tie your global context into your community project. Our goal is to create either a vegetarian or vegan cookbook that provides educational information and easy to create recipes suitable for all ages. So this is the idea that this group came up with for their community project. Their step one, they want to identify their global context. Their global context was inquiry into identities and relationships. Step two, they want to identify which part of the global context they would explore, which was physical health. Step three, they want to explain why they chose it. This was their example. I have chosen physical health as the context for my project because I will be exploring the benefits of a vegetarian, vegan diet to my health and evaluating the benefits of this type of diet. Another example, their goal was to research the International Humanity Foundation and investigate how to sponsor an Indonesian child to university for 4 years. Step one, they identified their global context, which was an inquiry into fairness and development. Step two, they identified which part of the global context they would explore, which was rights and responsibilities. Step three, explained why they chose it, and they said, I have chosen rights and responsibilities as the context for my project because I believe that every child has the right to an education and we all have a responsibility to support students in need. Your next steps, Journal 4. Step 1, you want to identify your global context. Step 2, you want to identify which part of the global context you will explore. And finally, Step 3, just like you saw in the examples, you want to explain why you have chosen it. This presentation was created by El Sereno Middle School.